Hello, everybody, and welcome back to TMG. My name is Thomas Fisher alongside Jonathan Oates to bring you the season finale of the Classic Truck Challenge here at South Boston Speedway. Jonathan, how are you doing this evening?
Well, I am doing quite well. It's going to be a little bit of an emotional race considering it is the last one of the season. Feels like just yesterday that we were covering the race in Charlotte. We've made it all the way here to race 11 of 11 here at South Boston. I mean, we know it's been not quite the action that maybe we hyped it up to be. I know Eric Heater has basically been running away with every race. However, it's still been a lot of fun. There's definitely been this series' moments, and I think we're in for a good final race. Here at the South Boston Speedway, it's a very short track. I think we're going to be in for a pretty good race, especially considering that Eric Heater is not at the top of the board. You join us with just 4 minutes remaining in practice, and looking at the standings, it is actually Malachi Drake on top with a 14.826 as the time to beat.
Yes, it most certainly is. The gap, though, only 0.02 of a second, but they have a half a tenth gap back to third place of Harrison Chandler. So I do have a feeling, Jonathan, this might be a 2-horse race at the front.
Yeah, this is going to be, I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty good race for the lead. Harrison Chandler, he's certainly in the mix as well as you see Malachi going for a spin down the back straightaway. Harrison Chandler, I think that he's definitely one of the drivers to maybe look out for. I think his only other start this season has been at the Roval, but we know that he was pretty strong there, made quite a lot of gains. So I think Chandler might be one to watch out for. But another thing to watch out for is I have taken it upon myself to attempt to spice up the action, maybe draw some more people into the race, because I have offered up a $10 iRacing credit bounty to any driver in the Classic Truck Challenge who can beat Eric Heater and win the race. So if someone other than Eric Heater wins the race, they're going to get $10 from me. Hopefully, that has enticed a couple of more people to join, a couple of more people to be a little bit more aggressive. We'll see if it kind of spices it up.
Yeah, well, one can only hope when it comes to that. But right here, as we're coming into the final few minutes of practice, your practice order looks like this. Malachi Drake is leading us off with a 14.826. Eric Heater behind him, just 0.02 of a second. Half a tenth behind him, however, is Harrison Chandler's number 29 car. Another 0.03 of a second behind him is Eric Keplinger. Then comes Michael Rosero, Brendan Timon, Aaron Brown, Talon Drake, and Jan Hoffman. Jan Hoffman making his first appearance in this race. I believe Jan Hoffman might have some affiliation with Wolfgang Hoffman. I will attempt to confirm that with you, however.
I feel like everyone's just crashing in practice. Like, okay, Aaron Brown is on the wall. Brendan Timon's been getting on all right. Eric Heater, we saw him spin just a moment ago. Malachi as well. Everyone's just kind of spinning, but it's definitely promising to be a very entertaining race. Taking a look at kind of what's on the future here on TMG next week, we don't have too many plans, honestly. All we've got locked down at the moment is the Street Stock Series finale from South Boston. At the moment, it's the only race we have scheduled for next week, which is pretty good for me, because we've had a very, very action-packed week this week on TMG. We've had races every day, Monday to Friday, this being the last one of the week, so it'll be nice to have a break. I'm sure, Thomas, you can probably relate to that. We've been going at this series basically every week now, you know, alternating Tuesdays and Fridays. It's been very... it's been a lot of work, but I think it's definitely paid off. We've seen a lot of great moments. So, yeah. It's really all I have to say.
We most certainly have. It's going to be very emotional once we see this series go at the end. The new series that will be coming to Legends Racing League, I believe one of them is in the Riley DP cars. I'm not sure yet if we will be broadcasting it, but we will get back to you soon with a community on that. Sorry.
The other thing that, actually, I don't know if I can say that, so I'm just going to err on the side of caution and say that I can't, but there are a couple of ideas that we're currently looking at. So, nothing confirmed at the moment, but just so you guys know, we're certainly not short on options. We are still looking at things that we can broadcast. Really quickly here, I think that my F12 might be broken, so give me a minute while I go in here. Let's see if this fixes it.
Whilst that is happening, just a quick reminder, everybody, that... Sorry.
There we go. Okay, it's fixed now.
Yeah, that on the 6th of September is the Mad Dog Designs Short Track Challenge presented by TMG. It is a super late models at Concord Speedway for some heat racing action, followed up by a 150-lap feature race.
So we will be broadcasting that on TMG. Another TMG coming, TMG event, oh god, I can't speak. It's Friday. It's been a long week of racing. Anyways, what I was trying to say is that the other race that we are going to be broadcasting on TMG, the next TMG event after Thomas's, is going to be the Throwback 250, or I think it's 150, I don't really know. At the moment, it's looking like it's going to be Xfinity cars at one of the two versions of Daytona. Can't confirm anything yet, nothing's locked down, but just be on the lookout for a sign-up post regarding to that. All right. 5 minutes of qualifying.
Yeah, we haven't been too good lately at talking about things that were confirmed in the last in the last truck series. I do believe we said that this next TMG event was going to be Indy cars at Michigan, but unfortunately, we did some testing. Yeah, we did some testing after the stream, and for racing purposes and action purposes, we decided it would not be a good idea.
Chandler. Going for a spin in 3 and 4. He's able to lock it down and save it. Looks like it's going to be Aaron Brown coming across the line first. He is going to set a outlap. That one did not count. Here comes Michael Rosero on his first lap. Sorry, second lap. Eric Heater currently at the top of the board. Across the line now, Rosero is going to set a 14.968. Casey Drake on track now. To the line, Drake is going to set a 15.149. Chandler going for a spin again. Eric Keplinger waiting in the pits. Is Malachi Drake going to go out for a run? Oh, wait a minute. Please don't tell me that Malachi Drake's adminning. He is, isn't he? So, unfortunately, Malachi Drake, despite being the only driver who looked like he could challenge Eric Heater, is going to be an admin for the night. Which means, like, yeah, it's looking like a 7-car race with Eric Heater leading all of them for this entire race. But we're still holding out hope. There's always a chance that he won't win.
Shall we bring Malachi Drake up into the booth and ask him if he is racing and beg him on our knees for him to race?
I think that sounds like a great idea.
If I can find the broadcast booth. Hey, Malachi, it's Thomas up in the TMG broadcast booth. You got me?
Yeah, I've got you.
Yeah, so we have one question and one question only, and that is, are you racing tonight?
No, I will not be racing.
All right, well, really quickly, before you make your decision, you're like the only driver faster than Eric Heater. If we asked you very, very nicely, would you say yes?
No, because I already planned for Casey to drive, and I'm going to be up in the air tonight.
Yes, but you see, Casey is qualified 5th. You have the potential of beating Eric Heater.
And winning, and I will give you $10 if you beat Eric Heater. That's to everyone. So I'm just saying, you can consider it. You know, I'm not trying to bribe you, but I am trying to bribe you.
Well, I appreciate that, but I've already planned to race control, you know?
Anyway,
other people that were pretty quick too, so you never know.
Yeah, on that note, I think from us especially, and everybody in the audience and in the race, would like to thank you especially for doing such a good job in race control over the past few weeks.
Thank you.
All right, we will talk to you in a bit.
Thomas, isn't that the same guy that didn't throw any cautions last week at USA? I mean, what? Anyways.
Yep, it is. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, we're just going to quickly move on from that. Qualifying is going to wrap up in like a minute and 30 seconds. We are officially out of things to talk about. How about this? Eric Heater, I think, is like on, 6 wins in a row? He's tied with Malachi for the record, so if he gets one more, he's going to break it. That's
yep.
Unfortunately, because it just kind of shows that Eric Heater is the dominant factor of everything. He is the god emperor of the LRL, and no one can stop him.
Apparently so, and I can confirm that the session was just advanced. So your grid for this evening will look as follows. Eric Heater has qualified on pole position, extremely unsurprising, with a time of 14.932. 0.016 seconds behind him, completing the front row, is Michael Rosero. On the second row of the grid, we have Eric Keplinger and Aaron Brown. Talon Drake and Brendan Timon on the third row. And completing our grid for this evening will be Harrison Chandler, as Jan Hoffman has unfortunately left the session. So 7-car grid tonight. Surprising given it's the finale of the race, but then again, I do know a lot of drivers have been starting school in the last 2 days, so therefore I'm assuming they just want to get some sleep.
I mean, what is more important here, LRL or school?
I mean, if you ask me, I would say, I mean, friendship's the most important thing in life, and so
Obviously.
Jonathan, you're more important.
Yes. Friendship.
But would I fail school to come commentate?
I mean, let's see. Are you making money from school?
Well, next year I will.
Well, I didn't think about that. All
Like
right.
30 grand a year, but okay.
Let's, we're gonna move past that. I don't know. I think the LRL deal could get pretty lucrative. I think $30,000 a race is more like it. All right.
Oh yeah. All right.
We have 175 laps. I mean, 175 laps of racing action tonight. Action is in quotations.
We have a maximum runtime here tonight of 1 hour and 25 minutes, which means that it will run until a maximum of 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you live across the ocean, then that will be... Hold on, what's 10 plus 5?
15.
15. And so that will be...
Thomas,
it
making
can finish...
30 grand a year from school next year? What was that?
Sorry, how?
Didn't you literally just say that you'll be making 30 grand a year from school?
Yes.
So, but you can't figure out what 10 plus 5 is?
I mean, dude, I'm doing parabolas right now. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but you can't do a parabola without knowing 10. That doesn't even make sense. All right, here we go. Eric Heater is going to lead the field to green in just another lap. Update from Wolfgang Hoffman. Jan Hoffman is not related to him. Here we go. We'll be going green this time by Eric Heater, looking for 7 wins in a row. Might as well give the win to him already. He is effectively the Lewis Hamilton of this series. He has taken the outside lane. To the inside goes the 23 of Rosero.
Yep, we're going to come here now around... Nope, okay, I saw Michael Rosero go. That messed me up, but now we're coming around turns 3 and 4, getting ready to start here at South Boston for 175 laps of racing action. There you go. Pace car is going to make that hard left turn onto pit lane. Getting ready to go green. And it is green flag running. Oh, wow. Okay. Michael Rosero initially got a good start, but backed off the throttle. And Eric Heater has cleared him into the lead. Contact between the 23 and the 18 of Aaron Brown. Further back now, side by side, is Brendan Timon and Eric Keplinger. Talon Drake just chilling. Oh, it's spinning. It's Aaron Brown. Contact. Contact with Eric Keplinger.
The car stopped in the middle of the track. There we go. We got a caution. Eric Heater leading at the time of yellow, but I'm not surprised. We literally could just run out on track, give him the checkered flag, and nothing would change.
I mean, you never know. There is a $10 bounty to win this race.
True. And I did say that you can't dump Eric Heater. But that was more like you can't, like, drive him into the wall. Never said anything about, you know, maybe a little bit of accidental fender contact.
Accidental fender contact in extremely large air quotes.
Yes, accidental wink contact. All right, I suppose we should look at a replay of what happened to Aaron Brown. You see quite a bit of damage to his left rear quarter panel. We'll go ahead and back it up a bit, take a look at a replay. Oh, at that point he was already spinning. So here we go. This is the start of the race. See that number 18 on the outside, downwards turn number 1. I think it'll happen in 3 and 4. Brown in the middle of the turn. Oh, he
just hit the apron. Yeah, he hit the apron, got loose, and then you can see Eric Keplinger super unfortunate there to get collected up in that incident.
I did see quite a lot of drivers complaining that the setup was kind of hard to drive, which makes sense considering it's the Bristol setup. So take that as you will. Lights are still on the pace car, so I think we'll be going back green in a few laps.
Hopefully we will be, and hopefully we're going to be able to get some more green flag running in this race than we will have under caution, because if not, this is going to be a very, very lengthy 175 laps. So, Jonathan, because we inevitably know that we are going to end up, you know, talking about
Eric
this.
Heater winning.
Yep. Well, basically just people going round and round in circles and maybe some people pulling gaps. How has your day been going?
Oh, it's been going pretty well. You know, I've done nothing with my life, so that's fun. I've watched Eric Heater lead a couple of laps now. It's been a pretty fun day. Lights are on at the pace car. We can go back green this time by. Eric Heater is going to start as the leader. He's chosen that outside line. I already know what he's going to do. It's the Eric Heater thing, which is called doing a ridiculously illegal tactic on the restart, but not getting a penalty for it because admin. Anyways, that was a joke, by the way. Here we go.
That's a dangerous joke to make, as the pace car is now going to make the hard left turn onto pit lane. Eric Heater getting ready to go green. Here's that spot. He's gone immediately. Talon Drake struggling to keep up on the outside lane. Oh, he's fighting Michael Rosero for that second place. He's decided against it and is tucked in behind. Brendan Timon there, trying to make something of it, not doing anything at this time. Harrison Chandler and Eric Kepling are fighting right at the back of the pack, with Aaron Brown just falling off slightly.
And it's all single file. Down the back straightaway, Rosero right now trying to hold on for second over Casey Drake. Drake on the bumper. Through 3 and 4, he's going to fall back just a little bit. And spinning goes Rosero in a 1, sliding up the track, and that is going to give second place right to Casey Drake. So trouble for Rosero. Now Brendan Timon looking to take advantage as well. Down the front straightaway. Timon chasing after Rosero as Heater is leading by 0.3 of a second now.
Yes, he is. You can see that gap we're going to see, as we get to the line now. Will it have closed? It looks like it might. Casey Drake doing absolutely everything he can, using all of that apron, and the gap has extended by pretty much exactly 0.1 of a second.
Man, this race looks so easy. If I got in there, I could easily score a top 10, no problem. Get it? The joke is that there's 7 people racing. Towards 1 and 2 once again. Casey Drake is staying within range of Eric Heater, not exactly getting up to his bumper.
The gap stayed pretty steady on that lap, only extending by 0.1 of a second. The gap back to Michael Rosero, though, from Eric Heater is 0.9 of a second. And on that lap, actually, Casey Drake caught up about 0.5.
Remember,
so Casey Drake is catching.
What would you do for $10? I would probably give a little bit of a nudge to Eric Heater.
A little nudge. Oh, okay, that's the understatement of the century, but here we go.
0.4 between the top 2. It's been that way for the past few laps. And now, behind you see Eric Keplinger trying to line up a move on Brendan Timon. He's got pretty heavy front end damage, though.
Yes, he most certainly does.
Right, here we go. Casey's he's getting closer to the bumper. Towards turn number 3 and 4.
Eric Keplinger and Brendan Timon side by side. Sorry to interrupt there. You can see Eric Keplinger making that move stick really well.
Good move by Keplinger. He's got TMG on the quarter panel, so that's giving him at least 500 extra horsepower, if not more.
Exactly. Put TMG on your car and you will gain 500 horsepower. It has not been known to work any percentage of the time, but, you know.
Alright, so Casey Drake's actually gaining here on Eric Heater.
Yeah, the gap down
and fun
down to
fact,
0.2.
You get 1,000 extra horsepower if you make the car black and put our gradient on it. That's an easy 1,000 extra.
Yeah, that's a dangerous sentence to make, but okay. Gap now under 0.2 from about 2.5 in the last lap.
Oh, here he goes to the inside. He's going to make the move for the lead. To the race lead goes Casey Drake.
I have a feeling there Eric Heater might have just let him go.
Yeah, he might be saving tires at this point in the race, but I'd like to believe that Casey Drake is too. He's just better. Please, someone be better than Eric Heater. You don't know how much I want this to happen.
Yep, our Race Connections man, Matt Moreau, has just informed me that Eric Heater has TMG on his car, and that is why he is dominating.
So maybe I need to tell him, hey, get my logo off your car. I'm not allowing you to do it.
Exactly. You know, take the logo that's giving us publicity off your car.
Your brand is you know what Eric's brand is representing? Winning and being the best. And we don't win. We're not the best. I'm kidding.
I mean,
broadcast with us. Give us your money. All right.
Oh, okay.
Down
right. Back to professionalism. All right. Absolutely no battles really going on track right now, except for right at the back of the field. Aaron Brown and Brendan Timon, gap is about 0.4 of a second. Apart from that, everybody about 1.5 seconds away from each other. It's only at the front and right at the back that we are having a couple good battles.
To be fair, I mean, there is a battle at the front, which is pretty good. You know.
Yes, it most certainly is.
I actually think
I'm curious to know though. Looking at the way Casey Drake passed Eric Heater, it looked almost like he gave him the position.
Yeah, I have a feeling he did. I'm just going to come right out and say it. I think Eric Heater is probably the best driver here, and no one's actually going to be able to contend with him. Drake is definitely better on the short run, so he's going to need a couple more cautions to get this done.
Yeah, I'm fully agreed with you there. The gap at the line staying steady at about 0.2, coming down about 100th of a second on that lap. Casey Drake's a lot higher on the exit of the corner than Eric Heater is. Eric Heater making that down low tight line work, except he didn't on that lap because the gap has gone back to 0.216 of a second.
What I'd like to believe is that Casey Drake has started to stack up Eric Heater and he's secretly much faster than him. He's just trying to save tires. What's likely happening is Eric Heater has been saving tires this whole time and and there he goes. To the inside, back for the race lead. Eric Heater is going to make it work down the inside. I mean, he hasn't made it work yet, but we already know he is going to. Down the inside, he's gaining through the corner. Not much of a fight on exit that Drake can put up on the outside. Still
he is, though. He's gaining. Actually, he is gaining on the outside line. He's making that outside line work.
I might have spoken too soon. Up the track they both go. Heater trying to push him up there. Side by side. Yeah. They've been side by side for a few laps now. Lots of multi-groove racing going on, but if one of these drivers makes a mistake, they are going to be done for. Oh, Eric Heater's actually going to let him go. So Drake really fighting this on the outside. Battle for 6th. Here comes Aaron Brown at the inside of Brendan Timon. A little bit of contact, and Aaron Brown is going to nudge his way through.
Good move there from the young man. Fighting I do believe, Brendan Timon the other day did win the ECSRA Cup Series Championship, if I'm not mistaken. So, very large congratulations to Brendan, and I hope you enjoy that beautiful, beautiful wooden trophy.
I want to get a trophy for winning a league. The slight problem is that I'm not very good. Anyways.
Oh, Brendan Timon in the outside wall. As I'm talking everything good about him, he has gone straight into the outside wall.
And that's going to put him in the path of the leaders, too. And speaking of the leaders, Casey Drake is actually starting to pull away from Eric Heater.
Oh, contact, sorry, just between Harrison Chandler and Michael Rosero. Harrison Chandler giving Michael Rosero the bump up the derriere, as we say up here in Canada. You can see, is he going to try and do... He's giving him another bump. Heading through turn 2 now. Heading down, he's up the inside. He's making that inside line work. And Michael Rosero, absolutely no resistance on the outside. Trying to go for the switchback now. Is giving the bump to the young man from Florida. Nothing much he can do about it, though, as Harrison Chandler is going to make that outside line work. Beautiful move by Harrison Chandler.
Back in the lead, the leaders have caught lap traffic. It'll be Brendan Timon, the first one to go a lap down. We'll see how he responds to the leaders. He's going to park it on the inside.
Oh, he's pitting, though. He is pitting.
Oh, he's coming out of the pits. That's given Eric an opportunity to get back to the bumper of Drake.
And he's parked it. Brendan Timon has parked it, and he has Alt F forward.
We now have a total of 6 drivers in this race.
Oh, as Eric Heater tried to go around the outside of Casey Drake. Nothing much he could do about it on that occasion. Now he's going to the wide angle of the track, trying to cut back down low and get the run out of turn 2. Nothing much he can do on that occasion.
Well, I gotta say, props to Eric Heater for trying out a different line. Doesn't look like it's working really at all, but I mean, hey, props for trying. You can't really blame him. I don't know why the strength of field is on screen instead of the lap count, but there we go, it's been corrected.
Yep, you can now see they are catching the lapped car of Aaron Brown and his number 18 machine. Let's see how he responds.
We're going to catch him in just a moment. Casey Drake able to hold on to the lead. He's adjusted his line a little bit, trying to respond to Eric Heater. Heater trying to go down the inside on the apron. He'll stay behind him at the moment. Meanwhile, they've got Aaron Brown to worry about. He's on the outside at the moment, gets the run off the corner.
Aaron Brown goes to the outside.
Oh, that's not going to help Eric Heater at all. He's going to be boxed in here. So is
He
Casey
is
Drake,
putting
though.
up a fight. He is putting up a little fight, though. Is Aaron Brown? Casey Drake now? He just needs to make sure he can. He just needs to make sure he can compromise Eric Heater enough as he's lapping Aaron Brown to make sure he doesn't get the run on exit.
They were 3 wide for a moment there. They were able to file it back down to 2 wide. I gotta say, that's one of the reasons why I like this racetrack so much. It might seem narrow, but it's definitely wide enough to make some aggressive moves like that as Eric Heater is still trying to go around the outside.
Yes, he most certainly is. You can see the gap at the line last time was 1.5 tenths. Let's see what it is at the end of this lap. It has gone up actually to 2 tenths exactly.
Oh, it's gonna come down this time though. Heater got the run, at least through the middle of the corner. Drake got the run on exit. That seems to be the name of the game. It's really just a game of lines at the moment. Everyone trying to find a line that works best for them. It's not really what the preferred line is. It's what works best for you.
Yeah, Casey Drake making that, early apex line work very well, and he's liking moving up slightly towards the end of the corner. I think it's giving him good entry speed to the corner, and also providing him with decent enough as Eric Heaters goes up the inside.
Heater back to the inside. This isn't a death sentence. Oh, and look at the nudge.
Contact between the two of them.
Sentence, though. Because we know that Casey
Drake
can fight
looking to go
down the inside again.
He's doing very well.
The outside can fight. A little bit of contact.
Oh, contact.
Heater into the wall, and as usual in any situation, Eric Heater finds a way to come off the better of the two.
Eric Heater just somehow has that magic spell about him where he can just show up to a situation and immediately know he is the best.
If I may reiterate, he is Lewis Hamilton.
Except less whiny.
That is true.
Sorry, did that come out loud?
Yes.
Oh, how horrible. Bono, my tires are dead. Lewis, you've had them for 3 laps.
Lewis Hamilton after starting the race. Bono! My tires are dead!
Oh, the memes.
Alright, so when I said it wasn't a death sentence, I lied. That's all I gotta say for that.
Casey Drake is not able to fight back at all. But remember, folks, we do have a halfway caution, which will be coming at lap, oh goodness, 175 divided by 2 is 50 plus 35 plus 2 plus 3, which is going to be 50 plus 35 is 85 plus 2 is 87. Lap 87 of this race.
Now,
that took me a minute.
You get 30K a year from going to school.
Exactly. For those wondering how I get 30K from going to school, it's like an apprenticeship thing. So you get paid to go to school because then you immediately go into a job. It works that way.
That sounds kind of Canadian.
Yes.
See, in America, they don't pay us to go to school. We pay them copious amounts of money to go to school.
Yep. Well, don't worry about it because you want to know what? My friend is watching the stream right now and she just made fun of my maths. So, Sydney, I'm calling you out on stream. My maths is great.
The halfway caution isn't coming at lap 175, is it?
No, it's coming at lap 87, 88, something like that.
I don't know why I said 175. As previously stated, I am tired. Actually, Thomas, if you did your math specifically, it would have been 87.5, so... I'm just
87.5. You can't throw a caution halfway around a lap.
Hold on, here we go. Well, first of all, you can. And second of all, now Casey... Oh, my goodness, excuse that voice crack. That sounded... Oh, God. Okay, well, now I don't even want to continue the sentence. Thomas, how about you cover the battlefield lead? I'm going to go cry.
Yeah, of course you will. Don't worry about it. Okay, Casey Drake closing up right to the back of Eric Heater now, getting the nose of his machine all over that bumper. You can see him now. He is looking for a weight pass. He's looking to the outside, looking to the inside, trying to get the run on the exit to hopefully be able to do something about it. There isn't nothing much he can do, though, at this occasion, as he does go wide just then on the entry of the corner, trying to make that outside line work. Nothing he could really do. He is still catching up, though.
Keep in mind that in this entire Classic Truck Challenge series, we have had 2 winners. 2. Jalen Battle and Eric Heater. And Eric Heater, out of the 7 races that we've broadcasted so far. Or no, out of the... How many have we done? 8? Out of the 8 races we've broadcasted so far. No, I was right the first time. Out of the 7 races we broadcasted so far, Eric Heater has won 6 of them. So I'm just kind of hoping for someone else. Meanwhile, they're coming out the bumper of Eric Keplinger.
Come on, Kepi boy. Use that TMG logo. We're harnessing the power of
Always
the
holding
best
up
broadcast
Eric.
network.
Come on, Casey. Now's your shot. Shoot your shot. You can do it. And Eric Keplinger lets it.
And he's has he compromised Casey Drake almost a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, they do have the exact same logos on their hood, so I have a feeling they might be teammates.
Yeah, the gap though at the line that time by was 0.8 of a second, so it is extending. It was 0.6 on the last lap.
This race is giving me like old, like really old NASCAR vibes. Like we got literally 3 cars on the lead lap, and 2 of them are fast, and the same guy is winning every race.
Apparently, according to Matt Moreau, Eric Keeter told Eric Keplinger to go to the inside of the racetrack. So I'm not sure if he meant it in a way that would perhaps compromise.
Team orders, we can't allow it. Get out. No, this is illegal. Eric, you've been fined 7 cents. You've been fined 7 cents.
7 cents.
Yeah, hand him over.
That's pretty mad as numbers, but you know, we're going to roll with it for the time being.
7 cents, Eric. Team orders are banned. Just kidding.
We don't make the rules, do we, Jonathan?
We really don't. We just broadcast them. And
yep,
the
gap went up
that
another 10.
Team orders are not allowed. If
yeah.
You guys can't tell, I'm kind of tired.
How are you tired, my guy? It's freaking not even 6 o'clock where you are yet.
Because, you see, I don't make sense. Alright.
I'm aware.
So lap 67 of 175. This race has been, it feels like it's kind of been going on for days. I don't know why, I feel like we've been here a very long time. How many?
3. Soon to be 2.
Yay.
I mean, we are coming now to lap 69 of this race. I mean, maybe something interesting will happen.
I don't know, I think something pretty nice is about to take place. Please. Something. Maybe Eric Keeter could blow a motor, you know, Malaysia 2016, Lewis Hamilton style. Please. Lap 70 of 175, and nothing is happening.
Yeah, still nothing. Something will happen, though.
Hey, to the people in the audience, if you have a series where stuff happens, you can go ahead and send us an email at tmgracing@gmail.com. From there, we will send you our up-to-date prices, and you can broadcast with us. You can have the incredible talents of Jonathan Oates, Thomas Fisher, Luke Brightshoff, and others. I know there are other people, but they haven't actually done a broadcast yet. Charles Bowen, can't forget him. You can
with the one broadcast he's done in the last week, month, year, something like that.
Yes, he has done one in the last month. All right, Aaron Brown is about to be the first driver to go 2 laps down. Mind you, there are 6 cars on track. Oh, wait, hold on. Casey Drake's catching Eric. Come on, give us a battle. Drake up high.
Oh, he's gonna
make the pass. Okay, that's kind of impressive.
Oh, no. Oh, God, no, he hasn't, though. Eric Keeter is fighting back on the inside line. We've seen Casey Drake has made it work before on the outside. What's he going to be able to do? Nah. No. Oh, he might be going for it. He might be going for it.
Lick the stamp and send it. Shades of Daniel Ricciardo. He didn't do it.
Dude, Daniel Ricciardo's Australian, man.
Oh,
he's going for it.
Here we go, side by side for the lead. Contact out of the 65 to the 28 towards turn number 3. Drake down the inside, right on that yellow line. Heater fighting back up top. Drake on the inside. Gets a little bit loose.
Yeah, a little bit loose, and that pretty much ended his chances of being able to take the lead on that occasion. As we're now coming to
lap 77 of 175, down to the inside again, trying to make the pass. Come on, Casey, you can do it. We believe in you. By the way, I have nothing against Eric Keeter. He's a really nice guy. He's just too good. You know, like...
Yeah, he's just too good.
Same way I don't have anything against Lewis Hamilton. He's just too good.
I mean, also, he is in the Mercedes. His only competition is Valtteri Bottas.
That is true. I mean, Valtteri.
And I love Valtteri Bottas. I would love for him to win a championship.
I thought,
but I mean,
it was gonna be easier, and then Max Verstappen just existed.
I mean, then again, Max Verstappen. This was probably gonna be his best chance for a few years, and Red Bull is just not.
Man, they could always figure something out for 2022. You never know. I'm kind of hoping Mercedes does a Ferrari next year and kind of just like, you know, forgets how to build a race car. Speaking of Ferrari, man, whatever happened to Ferrari? We thought 2019 was a bad year for them. Well, just wait for 2020.
Yeah, well, 2020 has been a year of ups and downs. It started off really well, at least for me. I don't know how it started off for you, Jonathan. I didn't know you back then.
I mean, if you're in Australia, it kind of sucked. So.
Yeah, if you're in Australia, it sucked. If you're anywhere else in the world, it was probably pretty good.
Well, don't forget the World War III threats that happened at the beginning.
Oh!
Here we go! Eric has made a rare mistake, and that is going to let Casey Drake slip down the inside. Side by side for the lead, down to the inside. I will say
he is well and truly licked the stamp and sent it.
I wonder what the stamp tastes like.
Here just
what are you doing? Casey, my dude, what are you doing? Why did you do that? Out of all the things, you know what? I'm just. Can't take it anymore. Needs to chill.
I bet you Jonathan's like he's just done the classic lay on his bed and scream to the sky pose.
Sorry, I just took my headphones off. How's it going?
I said that you've probably done the classic go to the other side of your room, jump on your bed, and just scream to the sky.
No, I actually just got up, moved like a solid 3 feet, and came back. I do have a job to do after all.
Yes. Well, don't worry. That's the advantage of me. I can do that as much as I want because I have like 8 foot of headphone cable with this new headphone. By the way, I have a new headset and mic, so I'm no longer using my phone because my old headset broke. So tell me what you think about it in the comments.
So let's see. Casey Drake turned right into the wall. I don't know what he was thinking. I have literally no idea what prompted him to do that. All right, let's go on board. Right? Eric Heater makes a mistake. He has a perfect opportunity to take the lead. And what does he do? Alright, you know what? We gotta get the perfect camera angle. Watch the wheel. Watch his hands on the wheel. My only question is, why would you do that? Like, the only thing I can think of is he just, like, decided to slam the gas in the middle of the straightaway. And, like, why? Like, okay, it didn't look intentional upon looking at it now, but, like, it's going to be coming out soon, which means Casey Drake is going to get the opportunity to pit. There's the caution. So the halfway yellow flag is out. There are
you see, my maths were correct. Jonathan, Sydney, see, you guys doubted me.
Such unbiased commentary. I know, right?
I mean, the thing is that we are completely unbiased. We are 100%. We are 100% unbiased. The thing is, though, is that if something happens, for instance, many people have commented how we are somewhat biased against Andrew Cootie. But the thing is if we say, oh, Andrew Cootie's had another incident, it's because he has a lot of incidents.
Hold on, we're not stops. And is Casey Drake seriously not taking his fast repair? They have one of those, right?
I beg. he has. He's taken it, I think. Has he? Nope, I think he's taken optionals.
Optionals? What? Why?
Why is he taking optionals?
I mean, he didn't even...
Well, under this halfway yellow, how would you feel about perhaps bringing up the man of the hour, well, one of them, Casey Drake, up to the booth and ask him a few questions?
I think we should absolutely do that.
Yes, sir. Bringing him right up. Hey, Casey, it's Thomas up in the TNG broadcast booth. You got me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, so you had an absolutely amazing run, challenging Eric here the whole way along it. Walk us through it, what was happening, and what happened there with the contact with the wall at the end.
I was just trying to kind of at least get up there, and for some reason, I don't know, I guess I had long race speed, and I got to challenge him at the end. And on the old tires, I guess I tried to get a good entry going in turn 3 and 4, and I guess it just got loose on the middle of the straightaway.
Right, yeah. We're seeing you now. It appears you're pitting for the second time under this caution. What's going on right now?
I'm just taking the optional repairs.
Casey,
Okay.
do the drivers have a fast repair?
Yeah.
Any reason you've elected not to take that?
Because we still have half the race left, I guess.
I mean, alright, I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you this, but, like, the right side of your car, it's in pretty bad shape. So,
it is a short track, so, meh.
Hey, I'm just letting you know, thank you for joining us, and good luck in the second half of the race. Again, if you win, if you beat Eric Eater, you get a crisp $10 in iRacing credits, so, good luck, we'll talk to you later.
Yep, thank you.
Green flag is back out. Eric Eater leading away on the start because he's Eric Eater. And Casey Drake is back in 6th because he made a bad idea, made a bad decision.
And yeah, Michael Rossero disappearing for a solid few seconds, then reappearing in front of Aaron Brown. Now, Harrison Chandler is all over the back of Eric Eater. I have a feeling he knows that his one shot of challenging him in this race is going to come now and now only. You can see that beautiful number 29 livery that I actually really love. I think the colors that he's used and all that fit really well together. Kind of reminds me of an early 2000s cartoon, which, Jonathan, you are too young to remember.
So anyways, in spite of the good remarks, Harrison Chandler is still running down Eric Eater. But he's not going
To clarify, I was joking.
Sure you are, Thomas. Oh, here he goes! Wait, something might actually happen. Harrison Chandler has inherited the race lead from Eric Eater. He
did lead that lap as well, and there he goes.
Oh, come on, slide
Eric Eater getting an absolute...
Slide up on him. You can make it work, Harrison. Come on, go. No, what are you doing? Come on, take it. Slide job.
Come on,
what
lad.
Are you doing?
Come on,
slide
lad.
job.
Eric Eater keeps getting beautiful runs on exit, and
why are you doing this, Harrison?
Harrison Chandler
You're
just
so
absolutely.
Bad.
Oh yeah, don't say that.
I am kidding.
Harrison Chandler there doing everything he could to try and get past Eric Eater. It wasn't enough on this occasion. Hopefully, he'll have another chance in the next 76 laps.
Harrison, he just had to send it. All he had to do was send it and make a slide job on Heater, and he didn't do it. But it's fine because he's still in second with a chance of the lead.
Yeah.
By the way, I am not in any way implying that Harrison Chandler is bad. He is way better than me.
Yeah, and I certainly in no way implying that Jonathan is young. He's not. He's actually an amazing dude.
I could be 90 years old.
You're not.
Yeah, well, that's just...
You ain't a boomer, son.
Alright, lap 101 of 175. Casey Drake has not made any progress, hence why he should not have taken optional repairs.
Yep, and now my turn to talk because Aaron Brown is out of this race. He has retired officially.
5 cars remaining.
I don't know why you felt you had to clap your hands during that, but we're going to roll with it.
I have no idea either. So similar to before, while I'm not implying that Harrison Chandler is bad, I'm also not implying at all that Eric Eater has an unfair advantage due to the fact that he selects the setups for these races, and these trucks don't have a built-in setup. Not implying that whatsoever.
Yeah, that's we're treading on eggshells here, man.
I mean,
Harrison Chandler closed up 0.2 of a second on that lap.
Oh,
Harrison Chandler closed up by 0.2.
Could happen.
He's going for it now.
Make the move.
Come on, Harrison, lad. Come on, lad. Wolfgang Hoffman is in the spectator's booth as well, giving him some words of encouragement. Wolfgang, you're doing very well, mate.
You can do it, Harrison. All you gotta do is pass him. It should be pretty easy.
The gap on that lap extended by about 0.5 of a second. Eric here, I do believe, is now responding to Harrison Chandler closing up. Eric Keplinger is staying about 0.8 behind the leader. Probably just chilling, chilling in the back street like it's every single song.
I've raced against Eric Eater before, and I will say that when you're on a fixed setup and in cars that are, actually possible to drive, I could beat him. I think Isaac Johnson, he was in that race, he could have beaten him. It's possible to beat Eric Eater when you're in a fixed setup race with a setup that was not created custom.
Jonathan.
Yes.
Stop. Just know. It's alright. you probably wouldn't be able to beat Eric Heater. Nobody beats Eric Heater. It's kind of just a law.
Oh, I could have beaten.
It's kind of like the law of DK is faster than you. And I realize now absolutely nobody gets that joke.
No. Yeah, I know where that's from, but...
Do you know where that's from, though?
DK? Isn't it Felipe? Am I missing something?
DK is one of my teammates in a set of course endurance racing. And with
Fernando, and we would have gotten it. You know.
No, DK is one of my teammates, and the thing is that the joke is that DK will always be faster than you because DK is incredible. He's slower than me, but still, the meme is still DK is faster than you.
That's kind of an unfair comparison because you are kind of fast, but
you've never seen me race. Wait, have you ever seen me?
I bet you suck. In fact, I bet you're slow. I bet you're awful.
Yeah, we're definitely going to say that to the multiple Indy 250 wins I have, and the multiple championships I have.
Not to brag or anything, but
I'm joking, by the way. I'm not bragging.
I do have 11 C6 wins, so I'd be careful before you said anything like that.
I mean, fair enough. And to clarify, we're not bragging. We're just joking around.
Here's the thing. We would be talking about what was happening on track if literally anything was happening on track. Casey Drake is about 3/10 back of Eric Keplinger. It's a 3/10 gap. It's not getting closer, and even if he does get around him, he's got another 1 second. Chandler is just nowhere. We can switch to a blimp cam. You can get a nice high-up view, but it's really hard to talk about things when there are 5 people actually in a race and nothing is happening, which is why I don't want to sound like I'm being too mean to the series, because I do think that they could make a really fun
and there goes Casey Drake down the inside.
Ooh, he's making a move. Here we go, battle for third for the podium places. Casey had just taken his fast repair, he could have been fighting for the lead, but oh well.
And Eric Keplinger is trying to respond in kind, heading down the inside now. As we hit lap 119 of this race, we are here for the next 56 laps. Quick maths, ladies and gentlemen, that's how it's done. What you do is you take the amount of laps in the race, and then subtract the amount of laps that you've done, and then add 1. And that's how many laps there are remaining in this race.
I'm having a theory. So, during the DOB Nationals, specifically during the Thursday night race, I had this incredible ability to jinx anyone I talked about. I talked about James Grace, and the next thing he's flying through the air. I did that a couple of times. Eric Heater is definitely a driver to watch out for as the threat to win this race. Watch and learn, kids. You're about.
He does also have over a 2-second advantage.
Ooh, just wait. Eric Heater is going to blow an engine on lap 142.
No, now you can't say that because you not jinxed it. Exactly. Have you forgotten the laws of jinx? It's like the laws of Inception. Wait, no, is it Inception? No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Hold on. I got an idea. I've got a friend. Right? He is good at jinxing people. I'm gonna shoot him a message.
Okay then.
We're gonna see if this works.
Put it this way, right here, so when we talk about jinxing a driver, it's kind of like the laws of time travel, and anybody who likes Marvel, you'll understand this, okay? So whenever you go back in time, that past is no longer your past, it becomes your future. So anything that you edit in that past will become your future's past.
Are we even allowed to say marble? Marvel? What? No, not marble.
No, we're allowed to make references to it.
Is this? I don't know how this works. I had a question earlier on in the race. Why is #ad on the other races? Oh God, not again. No. Well, you see, kids. That's because.
Please no, just don't.
The DOB Nationals actually had a sponsor, and I needed to disclose that for legal reasons. I apologize for this happening over and over, but at this point, I'm just gonna lean into it. So whenever it happens again, it's gonna seem intense. I can't even do it on my own.
He's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
All right. Just quickly, shout out to Brian Ruck, Blainor. Rail fan, he says, hi at TMG Racing Network. Hi, everyone else. Good evening. Good evening to yourself, Brian. Thank you very much for tuning in to the broadcast here tonight. We are sat here now with the 13 people currently watching. Thank you very much for tuning in.
13 people watching this? I mean, thank you all.
Because to be fair, at the front, it's a good race. Thank you all for tuning in. We do much appreciate it. And as I say that, it drops to 12. Jonathan, you've just jinxed it.
Yes, I have. All right, let's go to Twitch. Let's go to Twitch. So let's see who's watching on Twitch. Is there anybody watching on Twitch? The answer to that is no.
Don't worry, nobody watches Twitch anyways anymore. I can't say that. I just realized. Bleep it out. Bleep that out. Don't worry about it.
Why can't you say that? What happens if you do?
Because didn't Twitch like sue a bunch of people for saying that their broadcasting platform? Sorry, Casey Drake is down the inside of Harrison Chandler.
Oh, battle for second. Drake gonna try down the inside. Chandler fighting back on the outside. I'll be side by side for second. Drake gonna get him clear through 1 and 2. And well, so that guy I texted about jinxing, his response was, and I quote, beans.
Is Beans? Oh, yeah. By the way, Casey Drake absolutely making a beautiful move there on Harrison Chandler. Is Beans the equivalent of is Beans just the American equivalent of British people saying mint?
No. No.
Okay then.
My favorite thing about these broadcasts is when someone does something like dumb, and Thomas just immediately assumes it's some American thing. Like, that must be an American thing, because here in Canada, we say, what is Canadian beans? We say Canadian beans.
I mean, we don't, but
You guys say Canadian beans. Oh, by the way, beans is the way to jinx someone. Then at Eric Heater, beans. Although now that we have Casey in second, something could happen. We're monitoring the gap from my.
Mike Orsero hits the wall, and he's actually holding up Eric Heater. Well and truly proper.
Ooh.
The gap closed 0.6 of a second on that lap.
All right. Well, you know.
Come on, Michael, lad.
Here's the thing. Casey could mount a charge. I think Michael Rosero and I, I mean, he sent me some camera angles once for the street stock, which I have never actually gotten around to using, but I will in the next.
The gap closed by 0.7 of a second again.
Michael, if you're listening, please keep doing what you are doing, because you have literally cut Eric Heater's lead in half. Oh, now this is fun.
This is very fun, and also the gap is now 1.2 seconds. It closed
Michael.
half a second.
Keep doing what you've been doing.
Oh, and he's not. I don't think he's not gonna have the run on exit.
Well, it closed it down to It closed it down 2 seconds, and that is impressive. I will say,
More than 2 seconds. The gap is now less than a second between the two of them. Now, Michael, get out of Casey's way.
That's kind of actually helped up. That's kind of been like a restart to this race, because now Casey Drake, he's just going to have free reign to run down Eric Heater, and he's definitely been saving his tires quite a bit. Okay, Michael.
Yep.
Michael Rosero is the GOAT of this series. Michael, you know what? At this point, if Casey wins, you get 40% of the prize. So, Casey, you get $6, Michael gets $4. So here we go.
And Eric Keplinger literally just said that is probably the reason why Michael Rosero held him up, is so Casey can get the $10.
I mean...
Here you go. The gap was 0.7 of a second last lap. The gap is now... Oh, no, sorry. It was 0.8 before. Now it's 0.7. So it's come down a 1/10 of a second.
All right.
Casey Drake is mounting... He is mounting an absolute charge of dreams.
Come on, man. You can do it.
The gap has
5.5 tenths.
5.5 tenths. Okay, here we go.
Heater trying to get 7 in a row. Casey Drake trying to get, I believe, his first win on the season. First on TMG at that.
The gap
5 tenths between them. It comes down heavily off 4.
Half a tenth of a second taken out of Eric Heater's lead. Michael Rosero, I love you.
Michael Rosero, you are the greatest. All right, here we go. At the line that time by, went up a little bit, but not by much.
Didn't it come down?
Well, it went up from the last time I checked, but, yeah. 4 1/3 of a tenth now. Off 4. This is where Casey really closes up. But it's back to 5.5 tenths. Come on, you can do it.
Eric Heater getting a really good run there out of turn 4.
Oh, he
Casey
really
Drake.
that time by, though. 3.5
Casey-
tenths between them.
Eric Heater is going very wide and making some very small mistakes. Casey Drake now he's there.
Oh, here he goes. Oh, I thought he was
3/10
going
of
to
a
make it
second
inside
now.
that time by.
Yeah, the gap is now 0.3 of a second between the two of them. It has extended though, coming out of turn 2. Eric Heater has had the run.
What Casey's been able to do is he's really been able to make up time in 1 and 2. Now, he hasn't been able to repeat that in 3 and 4, but it's really helped his time out through 1 and 2. I actually think that he can't run up high like that, because Eric Heater, the run he's getting out of the corner, is not making up for all the time that he's losing on entry. You see Drake really riding that. You see him really sending it in there. It could be close between these two.
The gap now is he's come down a 10th, pretty much to the dot.
Yeah, much better line through 1 and 2. I think Casey knows where he's better now. I think in general, he is better than Eric Heater. And
I think at this stage of the race, he is faster. The gap now is... It's 0.2 on the nose. It is exactly 0.2.
What he's got to do is he's got to get alongside Eric Heater, going down the back, stay alongside him through his better turn, which is 3 and 4.
He's gone for it.
Oh, here he goes,
He is gone for it.
Down the
Nothing.
inside.
Oh, he's holding it on exit. He has
Exactly
the
what I said
run.
he could do. Down the inside. He's got the better tires. Can he hold on to the lead? They'll be side by side going into 3 and 4. Heater can take his line, though. That's going to be the one thing holding Casey up. Drake slides up the
They're
track.
almost side by side. Heading across the line. The gap less than a 10th.
He's driving it in too deep. That's never going to work for him. He's got to arc it a little bit more in a 1 and 2. Now he's got to stay alongside him into 3 and 4. Big dive into the turn. I got a feeling he's listening into the broadcast and they nearly touch. And Casey, you had to commit to that, man. You had to get into him.
Yeah, the gap now 0.3 of a second. Casey Drake, though, is going to come right back at Eric Heater. And this is the racing that we have wanted to see all year, well, or all season
It's been
long.
like 2 months. All right, here we go.
Don't worry about it. It's 9:30 here, mate.
Half
The gap
9.
less than 0.2 of a
half
second.
9. Is that's another Canadian thing.
No, that's a British thing. Nobody in Canada says 9:30.
Wouldn't that be 4:30? Anyways, that's not the point. Big
No,
dive by
9:30.
Drake again.
9:30 is 9:30.
Half of 9 is, you know what? I'd rather.
No,
not
it
argue
means
with this. It's a British thing.
it basically just means 9.5.
That doesn't. British people, am I right? All right,
Casey actually having the lead on the exit of the turn.
this is a very good battle for the lead right now.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to take that outside line. He's going to have to absolutely shove Eric Heater out of the way now in order to get the lead of this
What he's
race.
got to do is he can't be so afraid to use the bumper. The thing is, if they really get into hard racing with each other and they wreck each other, I think that's okay. Because honestly, I would hate to think that I gave up too much time trying to keep it clean, that I just lost the win. Because Casey could have the win here. He's just got to be more aggressive. And he can't take that line. He hasn't been good all day. It's a very interesting line to take, but it hasn't been good for him. You know, you've got to stick to what you know, and if you're better down there, then, you know, keep taking it. Don't change up your line. You know, he was running
but
down,
look
and now the
who's
gap is
about
sending.
look who's about to come back into the picture. Michael Rosero is about, I'd say, just under, about a third. They're about a third of a lap away from lapping him, so he could play a major factor here as we're heading towards the last 15 laps of this race.
Michael Rosero's in last. He doesn't have anything to lose. Sorry. If he wanted to hold up Eric Heater or just flat out dump him, what's going to happen? He's going to get suspended, or it's not like Eric Heater's going to be given the win. At least I hope that doesn't happen. That would be awful. That'd be a nightmare.
Yeah, the gap absolutely doubled, though. I think that might be the end of Casey's tires. It is now half a second. I think that might have
Michael,
been...
we're counting on you.
Yeah, Michael,
listen here, buddy, friend, you will get the money. All you gotta do is you gotta make Eric not win. That's all you gotta do.
you know what we can do?
No, we can't bring him up.
We can tell... that would have been
Can't
fun.
do that. But Michael Rosero, if you are listening to this broadcast, there are many options. Caution, you could cause a caution. You could, I mean, I'm just saying, Michael Rosero, he could play a factor in the outcome of this race. He's kind of far up the road, but we know how much faster Eric Heater's lapping than him. Yeah, Casey's not going to make up the deficit on his own because Eric Heater, well, I'm not going to say the thing about the setup set. Michael, no. Oh, I thought he was pulling off for a second there. Thought he was going to let him by in the corner.
Eric Heater,
Ooh, Casey pulled up big time that time by.
Yep, Michael Rosero is now just going to have to absolutely hog Eric Heater's line, making sure he can't get through.
Casey might be making a comeback. He might have been warming. He might have been just cooling down his tires because look at this. He's got the run going through turn 1 and 2.
Michael Rosero, is he going to block Eric Heater?
I have a feeling he is. Yeah, he's taking his line away. Now Rosero's going to have that inside line. Or sorry, now Drake's going to have that inside line. They're side by side for the lead going into 1.
Michael Rosero, he's sticking to the outside. He's sticking to the outside. There you go. Michael Rosero doing absolute... Oh, he's gone to the outside wall. But that is what we are talking about. And there you go.
Casey's got to defend now. Now he's going to have that outside line. Now he can get the runs. But the thing is,
now he can get aggressive on the outside. He's going to have the run out of the corners, most likely. Now it's Eric Heater who is not on hhis line. Casey Drake knows he can make that outside work, but he hasn't on this occasion. He's going to try and go for the switchback down the main straight. He has done it. He's gone down inside.
He's just got to send it more. You got to commit more to that line.
Yeah, you can see he's coming out about half a car width, maybe even more, away from Eric Heater, and he has to just start making that gap smaller and smaller.
He lifted again. You can't be doing that, man. Casey, you just can't be doing that. He's giving up way too much time trying to race him clean, and I mean, I respect it, but dude, it's for the win.
Yeah, you got about 0.3 of a second the last time in between them as we are coming now to 4 laps to go in this race.
Look, if it comes down to it, you gotta Kurt Busch a guy. You gotta, Ricky Craven, Kurt Busch to Darlington, 2003. You gotta do that. You can't play so nice. You can't play so nice.
Look who's coming to the picture now. It's Eric Keplinger.
Eric, if you're listening to the broadcast, you will also get part of the money if you help out. Granted, their teammates.
Nope, he's gotten straight out of the way. Straight out of the way.
Okay.
Good.
Okay,
good thing for
Drake's on the inside. Coming to 2 to go. He's got to be close enough to pull off a bump and run, and he can't keep lifting through the corners.
There you go, though. He has almost fully alongside. He has to just full send it into the corner and try and send a slider, but he has got pretty much as good a run on exit as Eric Heater does. Every time we're heading towards the end of the straight, he is further and further alongside Eric Heater.
This is going to be close, side by side to the line. 1 lap remaining. Drake down the inside. Is he going to make it work? Through 3 and 4, he sends Heater into the wall. Side by side towards turn number 3, they're sliding, wrecking and spinning, coming into the line. Drake's on the inside, they're gonna be side by side. Heater got him at the end.
Less than 0.02 of a second between it. That was the ending we needed to this Legends Racing League Legacy Truck Series.
I gotta say, as much as the series has not delivered as much action as we might have hoped for, that's what this series should have been. That was great. I mean, I gotta say, Casey, I think you should have been more aggressive. But either way, that was a great battle to the line, and not to mention the first time that we've had a photo finish here on TMG, and it happened in the Classic Truck Challenge. That was a great battle to the line. Casey and Eric, thank you guys so much for putting on a show. We are going to show you guys a replay of that last lap. Eric Heater has now won 7 in a row, and rightfully, he is going to burn it down. Again, love him or hate him. I mean, he's been the best driver all season long. He's a deserving champion. And Eric Heater has won here at South Boston, but Casey certainly did not go down without a fight. We are going to take a look at a replay of that last lap. This is coming to the white. We'll take a look. We'll take a look at this helicopter camera. That was at the line coming to the white flag. Then watch this through 1 and 2. Casey arcing it up the track. At that point, he just puts Heater into the wall. They make a little bit more contact down the back, and watch this in a 3. I think right there, Drake just should have pushed him up the track.
Yep.
And
he should have done. He should have. Oh yeah, at that point it was all over for Casey Drake. I think he should have done what Eric Heater did to who was it? At Lanier Dirt.
Preston Cope.
Preston Cope, yes, thank you very much. I think he should have just done a full-on Eric Heater to Preston Cope to Eric Heater himself.
So we'll analyze this, and I mean, really, there's a couple of places where Casey went wrong. Right there. Casey Drake, I mean, again, I don't want to encourage just dumping people, but right there, great opportunity for him to basically just kind of door slam him, push him out of the way. I mean, we know Eric Heater will race that way for the win. We saw it at the Bristol Summer Shootout. Could have happened here. Then coming off for, and this is probably where he lost most of his time. You'll see this, getting back onto the power, he actually had the advantage, but watch this, coming onto the front straightaway. Right there, he just gives Eric way too much space. What he really needed to do there was basically just grind against him. Just kind of push him up into the wall. Don't let him have that much space. But he decided to play it clean. He decided to play it safe. And in the end, I think it is what cost him the win. But the gap at the line, and you're going to see it, rolling up to the start-finish line, Drake almost had it. We'll show it right here. That was the gap. Incredibly close between Casey Drake and Eric Heater. I gotta say, that is the perfect way to end off this series. I know that a lot of the series wasn't quite what we maybe hyped it up to be, but I think in the end, that last race, that made up for it. I think it really showed, really just what Eric Heater will do to get a win. You saw him fighting on the outside, not giving up when those lap cars got in the way, and I think we also saw that maybe he isn't the only driver that can go out there and compete for wins. I think we saw, Casey Drake. He showed a lot of strong performance. Had Malachi Drake been in the race, he probably could have challenged for the win. Harrison Chandler, he challenged Eric Heater at some points as well. So I think this really showed that Eric Heater maybe isn't, he's definitely the dominant driver. He doesn't have no competition. All right, we're going to cut away for just a moment, and we will be right back with your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere. The Legends Racing League will be right back here on TMG. So, joining us now in the broadcast booth, the winner of the race, Eric Heater. Eric, it was a very, very hard-fought battle to the end of the race. What do you think made the difference there at the end between you and Casey?
Just the top line. Once you were on old tires, just the run off the corner mattered so much. On the inside, if you got pinched down, you couldn't have any momentum off. But just there, my tires wore pretty bad at the end from battling him so hard, and it seemed like he was saving a little bit. In the first half of the run, he said. So I knew his tires were a little bit better than mine, so I was just kind of relying on the top. I was going higher and higher and higher because the rubber kept getting laid down, and it was just getting more tight and more tight where I was running earlier. So I had to move up at the end, but thankfully that run on the high side, it got me the win there. And also, I don't know, that was one of the best battles that I've had. That was really fun with Tone. Unfortunately, he came up, 1.5 hundredths short, but it was still incredibly close, incredibly fun.
Yeah, well, Eric, one big thing that allowed Talon Drake to catch up to you was, shall we say, the Michael Rosero factor. Any harsh feelings towards there, or do you reckon it's all good?
No, not at all. Honestly, I was kind of hoping that it would be a battle, but so in that way, it helped a little bit. We got a good finish out of it, so I'm not mad at all.
Eric, last thing, what kind of walk us through that last lap, because it was extremely hard fought. I mean, we saw you on the back straightaway, big contact from Casey, and then we saw you again in 3 and 4, really working on that wheel, sawing on it, just trying to keep the car straight. What were you thinking on that last lap of the race?
I was just hoping we wouldn't have contact, honestly, but once we did, it was just, get back to the top, and once I got sideways, I was just hoping that I could get it back, and once I did, I knew I had to get back on the throttle as hard as I could. And I saw he had the run on me, so I was pretty worried that he was going to just, barely nose me ahead, but it looked like he got loose or something and just had, barely edged the run towards me, and I was able to just nose ahead of him. But yeah, that was a crazy battle. I was, adrenaline pumping, all that. Just a really great battle.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, Eric. Truly one of the best races we've seen here on TMG, especially that finish. Shout out to you for racing Casey really, really cleanly. Shout out to Casey as well, but we're going to bring him up in just a moment. Thank you for joining us,
just
Eric.
before we go, before we go, I think it's important for us here at TMG to congratulate you, Eric, on the 2 new records that you now hold for Legends Racing League. So I believe that is most wins in a season and most consecutive wins in a season. So congratulations. You deserve it.
Thank you very much. It's been a really, really hard season. Hard-fought season, I should say. And I think we've done an almost perfect job. So just a great job from EFH and all the teammates.
Eric, I also want to thank you for reaching out to us to do the broadcasts for the series.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun doing them this season. We'll see if we can be back for some of your future races. Thank you guys for putting on a huge show. Next up, we're going to bring up Casey Drake. Eric, thank you for joining us.
Yep.
I don't know why I moved him to Do Not Disturb, but I couldn't figure out where.
Oh, I
Anyways,
just moved him up to racing chat.
We're going to be right back live with the second place finisher, Casey or Talon Drake. Back live here on TMG with second place finisher Casey Drake. Casey, it was a very, very hard-fought race for you at the end. What do you think you could have done differently, maybe on the last lap, to try and edge out Eric Heater?
Just not hit him. Well, on the backstretch, I had got tight, hit him, and that just killed both of our momentum. But I feel like I would have got better momentum if I didn't hit him. So if that didn't happen, I'm guessing I probably would have been ahead of him going into turn 3 and 4, and probably would have got the better exit to get into the line.
A lot of times when you were fighting with Eric Heater, we noticed you were leaving him about a car width's gap on the outside of the track. Do you think that if you had used up all that gap to give yourself a better run, especially earlier in the race, you would have had a better chance of winning this race?
I don't know. I mean, I was trying to save tires a little bit, so I wasn't really trying to push too much, and I was kind of let him, push away, and then because he was like running the top most of the time, so I felt since he was on the top, he had to turn more, so burn up his tires. So I mean, if he was gonna run up there, I mean, might as well let him run up there and burn up his tires.
Well, I stole your first question, so I figured if you wanted to ask another one, that's fine.
Oh, no, it's all right. I was just about to say, Casey, thank you very much, and thank you very much as well for inviting us over here to broadcast this race. It is much appreciated, and we hope you are extremely happy with what we've delivered to you. So, thank you very much for putting on a really good show as well at the end, and we will be right back interviewing our third place driver, Mr. Harrison Kane Chandler. We are back here now with third place finisher, Mr. Harrison Kane Chandler. Harrison, you put up a good fight, had some really good battles there in the race, and at the end, you seemed very ecstatic over the radio, crying out, I believe it was, "Heck yes, I get an interview."
Yeah, man, I am hyped. I was so ecstatic. Whenever I led that lap, legitimately, that was one of the best feelings ever. Top 3 during that whole race all day. It started with choking both qualifying laps, but I quickly made my way up there, and I mean, a lap led, top 3, and no incident points. Only driver on the track that didn't have an incident out there. I am absolutely ecstatic right now. Pretty cool to be up there with basically the dominators up there. I'm only 15 years old. I have autism and Tourette's, so it meant a lot, and it means a lot still. It was really fantastic, and shout out to my mom, who was in the chat there rooting me on. Matt, I saw too, was in there. Thanks guys for cheering me on, and I'm glad to be back up here, honestly. I got in this race just because I wanted to be in this series before it goes on a break one more time. So I decided to get in here, and the expectations, the result was a lot better than I was really expecting it to be, and I'm so happy about that.
Harrison, really the only other thing that we wanted to ask you about is, what do you think was the difference there throughout the entire race, really, between the rest of the field and the top 2?
Well, I'd say experience. I mean, that was the only time. The first time I tried that setup up was during practice, and both of the admins were easily the top 2 that whole race. So, they were the ones that prepped it up, and were able to test it first for a really long time before the race started. So it was pretty obvious that I wasn't, due to just a lack of experience, I wasn't going to get them. But man, I was only 2 seconds behind them, and 2 or 3 seconds behind them during the second part the whole time. So I wasn't that far off the pace, and that's something that I also take pride in. That was really cool.
Yeah, Harrison, final thing here before we let you go for tonight. Having raced against you a bunch myself, I know you were one of the most talented racers I've raced against in iRacing. So are you looking to maybe race some more in the next series of LRL and hopefully put on another good show for us?
Oh yeah, I hope so. I hope you guys come back. I hope y'all continue to broadcast this league. I'll definitely be back for a few races, just like I was this year. So don't worry about that. I ain't going anywhere anytime soon. So you guys don't have to worry about that.
All right, well, thank you, Harrison, and we're definitely looking at coming back to cover some future series. More update on that later. Congratulations on your third place finish. Highest running driver that didn't have previous practice with the setup, so great job on that. Next up, we are going to go ahead and cut away, and we'll be back with our final thoughts on really the entire season, and then we are going to cut away for the final time for the Classic Truck Challenge. We will be right back.
And we're back here at South Boston for our final thoughts after that amazing finish between Eric Keeter and Talon Drake. We're here, Jonathan and I, alongside our race control affiliate, Matt Moreau. Matt, what do you think about that race and about this season?
Well, it was definitely fun. Helping out from my standpoint, trying to give some feedback from the drivers and being a mediator between those two. I think it kind of helped you guys out. So it was really fun from my standpoint, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity that you guys gave me.
Well, trust me, mate, you deserve it 1,000%. You have been an essential part of this broadcast, and the broadcasts have been much better since you joined us. Jonathan, what are your thoughts here on the final race?
I mean, I gotta say, we definitely went out with a bang. Huge thank you to Eric Heater, Casey Drake for choosing us to be the broadcasters. Huge thank you to Matt Moreau. He is here as well. You just heard him for helping us out with the race control thing, relaying information from them. These broadcasts would not be as polished as they are, or at least I hope you think they're polished, without him. So huge thank you to Matt. Whether or not we'll be back in the LRL in the future, well, that all depends. I will give you guys an update as soon as I know, but at the moment, I can't really give you all a definitive answer. In the end, I think this was definitely a very fun series. Next up on TMG is going to be the Street Stock Series finale from the same track, South Boston, next Tuesday at the same time, 5:25 p.m. Pacific. I'm excited for that. It'll be a little bit of a bittersweet ending because that series has definitely provided some of the best action we've seen so far. By the way, if you missed it on twitch.tv/TMG_racing_network, oh god, sorry about that. It was actually, I believe, yeah, it was Michael Rosero who actually came away with the win in Concord over Tyler Tomasi after he had a little bit of an incident with the choose cone. But we are going to talk about that more next week before the race starts. Anyways, that is going to do it for the Classic Truck Challenge on TMG. Huge thank you to Matt Moreau, Eric Heater, Casey Drake, and everyone else involved in this league. But until next time, this is Jonathan Oates, Thomas Fisher, and Matt Moreau signing out. Guys, do you have any last things to say?
Nope, pretty much it. Actually, wait, no, there is one thing. Make sure Jonathan will make a community post later about it with the sign-up link for the Concord race in the SLMs, the Mad Dog Designs short track challenge presented by TMG that Jonathan and I will both be broadcasting. That event will be taking place on the 6th of September. So on that note, from Jonathan, Matt Moreau, and I, we bid you all farewell, and we bid farewell to the Classic Truck Challenge.
Yeah. Have a good one, everyone. We are going to see you next Tuesday, and from there, we are not really sure. We'll see you all later. Goodbye.